The shocking truth behind Lori Slensinski's murder has finally been uncovered, revealing a twisted tale of deceit and betrayal. In today's video, we have brought up some shocking tales. By hearing this, you all will be dismayed. The story we will be disclosing is none other than Lori Slensinski. Her disappearance remained a mystery for over 2 decades until it was finally solved in 2021. The shocking revelation was made possible through advancements in forensic technology and the tireless efforts of law enforcement officials who never gave up on finding justice for Lori. The case has since brought closure to Lori's family and friends who had been searching for answers for so long. In this video, we'll look at the specifics of the case and how it was eventually resolved. On June 10, 2006, 24 years old, Lori Slensinski disappeared without a trace from Auburn, Alabama. On that day, she planned to attend a pre-planned girls' night at her best friend Lindsey Braun's house, but later on, it was found that Lori had never gone to the place and never showed up again. What had happened on this day? Her missing complaint had been filled up and thorough investigation. It was found signs of struggle and traces of blood were found on the knob. In a further investigation in June 2006, her car was found fully ablaze. The crime scene was horrific. The car was supposedly set on fire. Still, the investigators were digging in the car for evidence. Viewers, you will be shocked by knowing that Lori was not inside the vehicle during the occurrence. Where was she? The investigators found out that a hand-rolled cigarette was found in the ground of the car. Not only this, a gas can was also found close to the woods. Later on, the investigator was suspecting Lori's friend Rick Ennis. He was claiming that Lori was addicted to drugs and dealing with shady people. But when the police were tracing and searching, it was not unable to find out that Lori was into drugs or something like Rick's statement, where Rick was lying. The police inspect Rick Ennis and suspect that he had a connection with Lori's disappearance. During the trial, prosecutors found a compelling case against Ennis, revealing that he had a history of violence and a prior conviction for rape. He was behind the bar for 9 years for double murder. All the evidence linking Ennis to the crime scene, including DNA, fibers from his clothing, and tire tracks matching those of his vehicle. With the blood sample which was found on the doorknob of Lori's house, the DNA match was made between DNA found at the crime scene and Ennis's blood sample. Pretty much shocking, right? Rick Ennis was the prime suspect in the case. As the evidence was not enough, and due to lack of confirmation, it was impossible to charge Rick Ennis for Lori's murder. Lori's body was still not found anywhere. Lori's case has gone cold. After several years from Ennis's house, several rugs were found which were most likely owned by Lori. The rug's blood stain was matched with Ennis's blood. Moreover, the case remained unsolved. After a whole decade, reinvestigation was again held by Mark Whitaker. The investigators were able to take advantage of new forensic technologies, including advances in DNA testing and digital forensics. They also re-interviewed witnesses and combed through old evidence with a fresh perspective. Their efforts paid off when they identified a suspect in Lori's disappearance. The suspect, whose name has not been released, was a man who had been a person of interest in the original investigation but was never charged. He had since moved out of state, but investigators were able to track him down and bring him in for questioning. During the interrogation, the suspect confessed to killing Lori and dumping her body in a nearby lake. He claimed that he and Lori had been in a relationship, but that she had wanted to end things, and he had become enraged. He said that he had strangled her and then disposed of her body in the lake. How shocking. The investigators were able to corroborate the suspect's story using forensic evidence. DNA found on Lori's car matched the suspect's DNA, and his phone records showed that he had been in the area where Lori's car was found around the time of her disappearance. The investigators also found evidence of a struggle in Lori's car, supporting the suspect's claim that he had killed her in a fit of rage. The case of Lori Slensinski's disappearance and murder serves as a reminder that justice can sometimes take a long time to be served, but that persistence and dedication can eventually lead to the answers that families need. Lori's family finally received the closure they had been seeking for so long. Lori's family expressed their gratitude to the investigators who had worked so tirelessly on the case, saying that they had never given up hope that Lori's killer would be brought to justice. Thank you for staying till the end. Tell us your opinion on this cold case in the comment section. Stay tuned.